You're most welcome to the most beautiful love and wedding show on the planet. And I'm your host, Classical. On today's episode, we have a very interesting, budding 20-year-old couple who says that their weird fact is that the man is too humble, very humble to a fault. In fact, at the point where we are looking at a 15-year-old marriage, 5-year-old dating, and 3 children. I really want you to meet this couple. Welcome back to the brides and grooms, ladies and gentlemen. With me on set today is our 15-year-old couple. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. and Mrs. Eke Nudkwes. Welcome, sir.
Thank you for having us.
Welcome, ma.
Thank you.
15 years. That's a lot. That's a lot. Tell us the story, sir.
Wow, it's been interesting. It's so exciting to marry your love.
Okay.
Yeah. I dated her for 5 years.
Before the 15 years?
Before the 15
or
years.
Part of the 15 years?
No, before the 15
So you met her like 20 years ago?
Yes.
That's a long time.
Wow. So, that's why I said it's quite interesting, when you get to marry somebody you love.
Okay.
Yeah. 15 years, for me, it's still like 15 days ago. Because every day you enjoy, you love,
Let me ask something very discreet. I don't know how handsome he looks to you right now. Does he look this handsome? Was he looking this handsome 15 years ago?
He looks better now, I can tell you.
Because you feed him.
No, actually, when you grow and you progress in life, it shows both in your inside and your outward look. So when there is peace in your union, the radiance will always show.
When you saw her the first time, what was the first thing you thought? I'm talking about 20 years ago.
Wow.
Okay, you thought wow.
No. The truth is that before I met her, the day I met her, I didn't know that she already knew me.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know.
Okay.
And I didn't know her. She's a friend to my younger sister, and I didn't know.
20
She
years
comes
ago.
to my house, I didn't notice her.
You don't stay at home.
So the day she came close to my business environment, so she was looking for somebody. So coincidentally, she met me and asked after the person she was looking for.
Where do you work, sir? Sorry.
Yeah, I'm a businessman.
Okay.
I'm a businessman. So no, the person stayed close to my office. So she came asking for the lady. So I assisted her to get to the person. But ongoing, I told her after seeing the person, try and meet me. I would like to discuss something with you. So when she, okay,
what was something?
No, in my heart, when she greeted me the first time, I thought she was a member of my church, the church I worshiped before.
What church?
Christ Embassy.
So you felt it was a sister brother greeting?
Yeah. So when she greeted me, I said, why? Wow. Thank God for meeting you today. So I've not been seeing you in church. What happened? So I thought I was speaking to a sister. I didn't know that I was even speaking to some other person. So she laughed. So I thought maybe laughing, maybe she traveled or something. I don't know. So when she came out after meeting the person, she came out. I asked, what was the purpose of the discussion? She said that she was looking for someone. I said, no. For now, don't go to that girl again, because for me, the girl, her line is not that corporate, so to speak.
According to you?
For me,
okay.
The way I see her. So, and she obliged. She
okay.
Yes, she obliged. I said, okay, what happened is that, can I speak with you 2 days later, because I'll be traveling the next day. So she said, no problem. She left. So, can you give me your address? She gave me her address.
Not phone number?
No. That time, phone was...
There wasn't
phone then, or it was...
Okay.
There was phone, but it's not that... It wasn't that rampant,
So it's address. You guys worked address?
Okay, yes. I don't have a phone. I think he was the one that
had this phone.
I can't quite remember, but she gave me her address. So I traveled. That night I couldn't sleep.
Wow.
My mind was telling me, in fact, not just my mind, the Holy Spirit was telling me, that's your wife, that's your wife, that's your wife, that's your wife. And prior to that time, I had some broken relationships, and I decided not to have any. I said I will not enter into any other relationship. I just let me clean myself and then wait for the Lord, whatever He wants to do with me in terms of entering into another relationship. Let Him have His way.
At that time, did you have a boyfriend?
No.
Someone you're dating?
No, I didn't.
She was open.
That's a Lord's doing.
Waiting for you.
That's the Lord's doing. So I traveled and the Holy Spirit was just ministering to me that that's your wife. That's your wife. So at that time, honestly speaking, I wasn't really prepared for marriage, So, but I had to hurry up what I was doing there. Came back, rushed to the house immediately. On getting to the house, I met the mom. And I was told, she told me that nobody visits her at home.
Why did you
don't try it.
Why did you give out your address?
We didn't even know.
So when I got to the house, I met the mom. I greeted her. I said, I'm looking for such a person. She said, yes. Any problem? I said, no, I just came to say. And she received me with joy.
The mom.
Against what she told me. So she told me that Chidima wasn't around. I said, okay, can I drop a message? She said, yes. I dropped a message. So on my way going back, I met her.
Okay.
So we now agreed to meet in town tomorrow. So that's how the whole thing started. From there, here we are.
Okay. You wanted to say something?
What did I want to say? I
was asking if you had a boyfriend at that time. When you were dating.
Okay. That was the reason I went to meet the girl I went to meet.
Oh, the reason for your visit at his office?
Not like hooking up.
Okay.
She said there is this, okay, you don't have a boyfriend. There is this, my uncle. She has a job, opportunity. He's this, he's that. And he can give you a job. He can do this and do that. But she had an ulterior motive.
So you can meet the man and get
So I didn't know that my husband, the guy I met, that's my husband, knew him. When I described both the person I went to meet and the person that is fixing the yes, he was dissatisfied with, because he knows both personalities. So me as a novice, as a Jew girl, like they used to call us then, and as a jambite looking for, I wanted a job that can keep me busy.
Oh, you were about to enter school at that time?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So I was really eager to take up this job, see this guy, and I didn't know what to expect. So when he now told me that I shouldn't go ahead with the meeting, I had a mixed feeling. I was like, okay, let me not. But this guy, he looks cute. So I used to come to their family house. His younger sister is my friend. So, but he doesn't know me.
Okay.
So when I introduced myself, I didn't know he did not know me. I introduced myself with the view that
he should remember who you are.
Yes.
That means that's exactly why you smiled when he talked to you.
Yes. So when I was seeing or receiving something else as a response, it was quite funny to me. Church member, how, where? Sister, how, where?
In our church, that's how we are. As a leader in the church, we are trained that way. To always accommodate people. Smile. To people. Welcome people and all that. And being an usher then too in the church.
Okay.
So that's it's just my training. So I will smile and then make you feel comfortable. So I didn't know I was speaking to a completely different person.
15 years down the line, what's so special?
What's so special?
Like, what's going to keep you guys going for the next 15 years?
Love.
Everything is special in the sense that as the day goes by, we grow together, knowing each other better. I can hardly say we quarrel. Yes, because we've come to. My husband here there's one trait in him that I've come to learn. He's not that leader of a person he serves. So
he doesn't command. He doesn't.
Yes, his humility makes me it humbles me. So that's one aspect that binds us together. And when you come to meet with somebody who is always ready to serve, always puts the family first, I think we hardly have issues.
If you ever had,
and if we ever have, it doesn't take us till the next day.
What's the weirdest reason you guys ever quarreled for?
Weirdest reason?
One very funny and one very useless thing.
Very funny and useless. So yes, I can remember. You know, because we.
Well, she's even surprised.
Is it during our marriage or when we were still dating? I'm just trying to remember because no. We've not gotten married then.
Okay.
She came back from school, came to my house. So on my way, I traveled, and she was just coming back from school to meet me. So the bus that I was in, I saw her highlighting
from the other one
at Bata.
Okay.
So I called her to hold on so that we can go to Crunchy so that she can have a lunch. So she said no. I said, why are you saying no? She said no, that she just want to go home and rest. I said you should stop there. Let's go and eat. And you're telling me no. She said no. I went home. I got angry. I want to spend my money. And someone saying no. So, but the thing got me angry to the extent that when I got home, I was very, very furious. But my type, there's a way God leads me. When I'm angry most times, I try to control myself. I speak less. So initially, I would rage, but at the point I started training myself. So I now wanted to find out from her what the problem was.
What was it?
No, she told me.
Okay.
You know, and that was when I felt sorry for myself for getting angry in the first place. She was just coming back. She was tired, and the way that she was looking, she couldn't have gone there to spend time with me, looking the way she was looking.
Let me get this a little straight. Sorry to pry. She was coming back from school straight to your house. Any special reason why?
No, just to visit.
Then go back
home.
Okay.
Do you understand? So I just wanted to show love.
At that time, that was like how many years dating at that time?
During that 5 years.
During the 5 years,
yes.
Okay.
So that's one of the times I would say we had one funny issue.
How long was this quarrel for?
No. Even while we were dating, any quarrel would end there.
At the spot.
We settle.
Yes.
No, it will not. No, they will not break. I mean, why will I allow you to get to the next day? It doesn't happen.
15 years is a long time not to learn a lot. See you guys after the break. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We still have Mr. and Mrs. Eke Nudkwes. 20 years of marriage, 55 years of dating, 15 years of marriage. 20 years, yeah. Right. 3 children, no distractions, love, Holy Spirit. But I have one question. You told me that one of those days you dropped on her call and she said, I love you to somebody, and you took action from there. Let's hear it.
Well, that was when we were still dating.
Okay.
So one of those days, I didn't know that she was trying to break up with me.
Oh.
Yes. She was trying to break up with me. You know, so she wanted me to do something funny so that she would have a reason to leave.
Wow. Okay.
So on that day, you know, she just came to break up and for me to have issues with her. So in my usual way, anytime she comes around, I cook, I prepare some nice things for her to eat.
Hold up.
Okay.
You always cook?
I love cooking. She just took over for me, you know, because she cooks more than me, so that's why I love cooking. So anytime she comes and I prepare things for her. So that day, she came, I moved out to go and buy something. I can't remember what exactly I went to buy. So on my way coming back, I I had a discussion with somebody, I didn't know who the person was. So, but at the end of the discussion, what I had was, I love you, I love you. So, who was loving who? I don't know. So, I was bothered. So when I came into the room, I said, I heard I love you. Was that I love you to who? He said, I can't remember what she said, but she lied. I said, no. This is what you said, and I want you to explain. Who did you say it to? Who was that? So at the end she said, she said to my boyfriend or something. I said, wow. So she wanted me to be angry and then act out my anger. So indeed I was angry.
Okay.
And I wanted to, when she started arguing with me, I wanted to beat her. But I vowed to my mom, I told her I can never beat any girl that I meet. So immediately I wanted to raise my hand. I remember that promise I made to my mom. And that was actually what saved me and saved the relationship.
So, mommy, who were you saying I love you to?
My crush then. I met when I went to school, university days. I met this daddy's boy, only son, Buxton, handsome.
Come on.
Rich boy in school.
Fresh boy.
Spoiled brat.
Come on.
So he was busy tossing the money.
Come on.
Lavishing the love. And
the least you can do is I love you. Come on.
I went to school. I didn't feel like a student. I was living big.
Come on.
So he would send me his
stipend.
I wouldn't even return a thank you.
I'll still have to call you.
Did you see it?
Did you see it? Most times I'll recharge. You know, I say, have you gotten it? You know, I'll. But you know one thing that happened. Each time my call will come is when both are together. So my call always come to make them uncomfortable. No, truth be told, if there was any time I was spiritually strong, that was the time. Every day I pray. I'm telling you the truth.
Kabashi.
I pray. I love this.
Lord distraction. That is my wife.
Or whatever. And at that point, I didn't even know that she had any distraction. I didn't know.
Oh.
I didn't know. But
So
you're playing two men?
Not really, because that was my first year. When I got to meet him, I was now dissatisfied with this other relationship. Okay. So I don't know whether he knows. Sometimes I'll come into town, I'll not get to visit him.
He will not know.
So I was withdrawing gradually, but I knew him for being so true, real, and a lover of God. So what else will I tell him? He doesn't do me wrong. He spoils me with love.
Perfect person.
As in, he's my ideal man, but he doesn't have the mullah. So I was weighing pros and cons. This guy will spoil me in marriage, but he's a spoiled brat. I was always ordering the other one around. I was teaching him personal grooming. I was teaching him a lot.
Okay.
To the extent that in our lodge, if I'm coming back, they will tell him, Kennedy, your mom is coming back. I taught him how to wash. I taught him virtually everything. And
were you guys per se dating at that point?
Him?
Yes.
We weren't really dating.
It was not defined.
It wasn't defined because he knows him in the picture.
So Kennedy knew Eke.
Yes.
Eke did not know Kennedy.
Yes. When he came, I told him I have a serious relationship.
Okay.
Do you understand? And that time I was looking for a church to start attending. He now introduced me to House on the Rock, my church, then in school. So we were always going to church together, going to school together. He had a car. So I was living big as a first year student. He was willing to do everything for me without asking for anything in return. So I was so comfortable with it. He doesn't cook, he eats out. He doesn't stay, was in Enugu then, he doesn't spend the weekend in Enugu. He always fly back to Lagos.
Wow.
So he was spending big. So I got him to get his house equipped with kitchen utensils. I bought him a fridge.
So you had two different types of men you had to choose from.
Yes. So this one is boxed up, spoiled. He doesn't know what it means to, down to grooming.
In summary, what would be your singular reason why you chose him?
I chose him because he's a real man.
Real man.
Yeah.
Very man.
My ideal man.
Okay, I have a few marriage tactical questions. I'll direct this to you. Do you believe in a flamboyant wedding and a quiet honeymoon? A quiet wedding and a flamboyant honeymoon?
You've got to do what works for you.
What worked for you?
Something in between.
How was your wedding?
My wedding was let's say normal wedding, because we had two large families.
Okay.
We had a large family. I have a large family. Only our family will make it not quiet.
Only, okay.
Do you understand? So if you really think of your choices, like I want something quiet, I don't want
The
a
family
loud.
agree.
The family members attending your wedding has disrupted that
Plan.
plan. Do you understand? So I have a family where my mom's siblings, they are 10 or 12, right? Yes, 12. My husband's immediate family, they are 7. Both families are large. So, but left for me, I would have loved an evening wedding. Yeah.
If you have an opportunity, you wed again.
Wed again? Yes, I will. The things I see now, oh God.
You want to experience them?
Yes, but then my wedding was
well, yes. We did our
colorful
best.
wedding,
Colorful and
nice
nice.
and good. But now, if you give me a chance to do it, I will choose an evening wedding.
That should be
I know that anniversary, but if you leave me to do a wedding now, I want a quiet and evening wedding. Yes.
How many more years do you see yourself schooling?
Forever, forever.
Every day looks fresh. Every day looks fresh.
Yep.
So enjoy.
Do you know any very, very weird thing about your husband?
Weird thing about
That
him.
I'm very sure if you say it now, he'll be shocked.
Weird.
Maybe something you don't really like. Sometimes it's funny, sometimes like, why would this man always be like this?
No, one thing I quarrel with him is he's so
Wow.
humble. No, to a fault. Sometimes I will always ask him, must you this
Too soft.
it has passed humility, it's humility. My God.
Affects some situation.
I am challenged by it. Sometimes he'll tell me it's my nature.
Okay.
He can go to a wedding or any place. He's ready to fold his sleeve and start serving. He doesn't attach, or he's so selfless with it.
Yeah.
Do you understand? He doesn't attach age. He's 50.
That's 53 now.
53.
Wow.
But he rolls with, even if you are 23, 20, he will come down to your level. And
You don't have a problem with it, but it's just one weird fact about him, right?
I wouldn't classify it as weird, but sometimes I get uncomfortable with it. So at other times, I am challenged by it, because myself, as my former self, if I bring it to bear here, at the time my friends were asking me, are you sure you're going to do this marriage thing? because I painted the picture
that's
of.
why it's working for us.
Compatibility.
Yeah, that's why it's working.
Painted the picture of this Margaret Thatcher woman.
Yes.
My view of being a woman is
Queen
I
Elizabeth.
want to be a feminist. Like I want to do it and challenge the men.
Wow.
That was what I was out for.
But that was exactly what got my attention, because I saw myself as someone that is.
I wanted to make money
rigid.
and match men.
Come on.
You say you be man.
Wait, what do you
Let's
have?
do it. Yeah, and somehow it's helping me because I killed that. I have a husband. I have a man. I have men.
You get things done.
I get things.
Does that make you lack in submission?
Oh, I told you I learned submission from him, humility from him.
Okay.
At the early stage of my marriage, I somehow had issues with, let me say, it was subtle. I had that kind of stubbornness and pride.
Was there a time you ever thought to yourself, I'm done, I need to go?
I'm done.
With the
I need
marriage?
to go home. Home to where? No. I didn't, but I always wanted, sometimes I wanted it done my way.
Okay. Margaret Thatcher way.
Yes. But his response will always sweep me off my feet. Do you understand? So sometimes I am being humbled by his humility. At other times, I am so irritated by it. Like, can't you attach some importance to yourself?
Some pride to it.
Can your ego not
come out?
men have some kind of ego? What kind of, are you an earthworm? Are you and what are you? Do you understand? But I came to terms with the fact that
This is nature.
it is natural. It is not natural. Do you understand? My husband, he can spoil you with service. Like he can spoil you with service. He is willing. At a point,
I must leave my
I saw myself in my home doing only
Nothing.
the kitchen work because I made it a rule. Even when I have somebody, my mom, you don't cook for me. You don't even shop for me. So that I still have one reason to see myself serving my husband.
If not, you will do it.
Because I will still be in bed, he will sweep the house.
Yes.
And I'm waking up to ease myself, he will make the bed. I will just be asking myself, what did they do for this house?
What?
Till now, for the 15 years I've gotten married, I've never washed. Like washed.
Come on.
I've never ironed. He irons my clothes, my children's clothes. He washes even till today. My mom comes for omugo, and the first quarrel she had with me is my husband packed both her undies to go and wash. So even up till date, he has not stopped. He washed this morning before we came out. So like
that's my strength. That's my strength.
he told me he likes washing.
Hey, whoa.
My dear. So if I can classify these things as weird, I don't know.
They are really weird.
So you see where I'm coming
But
from.
I some of these things she mentioned, I enjoy doing them.
It's not your fault.
I'm not doing them because it's just my life. You know, like I can't come into an environment and it's unkept. I can't stay there.
So instead of calling your wife or calling your side, come and sweep this place, you do it yourself.
And most times is now let me not say working against me, because it somehow
The children now.
yes, it's affecting them.
They know you do it.
No, not really. They know. Most times I do my own and do theirs too.
Okay.
And sometimes it puts my wife off. So it's not a problem. So I'm trying to see how I can moderate it. You know, and I don't know. It's just part of me. Anytime I comes into the house, I must see things that are not proper. So my eyes, it's just part of me. I engage myself immediately. Sometimes I engage the children. Let's start doing this thing, you know. And that's just
This is enough word fact for the young
shame.
So if I call it weird, yes. At some point I'll tell them, are you raising a zombie in the house?
Train them.
Allow them wash. How would they now learn it? You know, sometimes my husband sneak to do the chores.
Because he knows you will not allow him to do it.
Yes. Wake up by.
No. At that point, sometimes I decide I will decide I want to cook. So I'll leave her. No. I'll leave her.
I'll wake up.
She will still be on the bed, sleeping. I'll just prepare maybe very early in the morning. I like doing that. I'll make the food in the morning, then serve her on the bed. I do that a lot. Then wake up the kids, let's eat so we can get ready for school. I like doing that.
Can I ask, is this happening because of the length of time, or because this is just it? He started from
He's so domesticated. He does it.
My life.
Okay, he told me that when he was in the house, their house, they are 7 in number. He used to pack everybody's clothes and wash.
Was he senior?
Yes, he's the
Okay.
He's the eldest.
I started doing it and it didn't enter my system. So it's part of me.
Or at some point, sometimes, I don't know.
It's fine.
If you are regular in my house,
You will notice
it. All my friends, anybody, even the
I know it's becoming
people in
a
the
challenge
compound.
now. I know, and I'm trying to see how I can withdraw. But thank God my business and activities are taking me off and on and all that. So most times I see myself not doing it, and they're doing it themselves and all that. So it's getting better.
Now when I want to travel, you make sure that every
That's-
clothes, even the ones the children will wear on Friday, is ironed and kept.
No, what happens? The
Yeah.
thing that happens is that I consider her health so much because of the health challenge that she has.
Is this something you want to share?
No. She's just
I have
BP.
the challenge of it.
So I don't want her to face pressure.
She has always been She has always been there.
So before I travel, I'll make sure that I fix the house,
Ease her
get
tension.
things done, because I know that small thing may probably trigger the. So I like to fix almost everything.
So the next question I have asked has already been answered. That means you go to advise younger generation to choose love over money.
No, yes. No.
I'm
See,
listening. Give it to me.
okay.
Hold on there.
Both are important.
Strike a balance.
Yes, both are important.
Money fuels the marriage.
Love.
Yes,
At a
Yes.
point, if there is no money in the relationship,
it's ours.
it will irritate you.
Yes.
You will see your love going down the drain.
And you may not even know
Yes. So if you choose love over marriage, it's not a balanced relationship.
It's not.
Just to be a balance.
Yes. But that doesn't mean you prioritize money.
If anyone should be
over
higher,
love.
which one do you think should be higher by percentage?
Love.
Love.
Okay.
But
Love.
that same love would propel you to open your eyes and see that there is something coming into
Yeah.
the relationship. So if you say you love somebody and the person is not productive, the person doesn't aspire to grow, at a time it will backfire in the relationship. But when you have good aspirations, you know that the relationship will always grow, both financially. So you will look at the way you start and have prospects.
Okay.
With that prospects, you will know that it will affect your finances. You are growing both in love, in finances, in every aspect of your life. That's striking a balance in a relationship.
So in the spirit of humility and humbleness, we've got a short commercial break. I'll be back soon. Welcome back one more time. This is the last segment on the brides and grooms. We still have Mr. and Mrs. Eke Nudkwes. 20-year-old, 15 years of marriage, 5 years dating. But right about now, I just have a simple game for you. So you're going to choose between A or B. Who goes first?
50.
Before then, who has the better handwriting there?
She.
Who dances better?
Wow.
Two left
Both of us are the same. We are the
Two
same
left
level.
legs.
We are the same level.
Two left
So you
legs.
guys can't dance to save your life.
If I want to dance, I'll bring my daughter. She will dance for me.
Two left legs.
Who eats more? Heavy eater.
She doesn't.
She doesn't eat. Who sleeps early?
None of us.
Both of you sleep late. Then who wakes up early?
two of us, we sleep at the same time and wake up at the same time.
Who is more likely to cause a fight?
Then me, what is me?
Like if we hear that something happened outside now and there's a fight, and who be that person be?
I mean,
Now you because the
it
fight.
should be because then I go out often, so
Okay, choose between A or B. A. Go with A.
no problem.
So who that direct question? And that is one
Be
person.
led by the Spirit.
She said herself. Okay, in 1 minute, act and speak like your husband.
I'm soft spoken. My husband is loud. How will I act it?
Just try.
Can I?
You know how I do it when I come in? Who kept this in here? Who kept this in here?
I'm not acting. I used to tell him.
Calm down, calm down.
Even when he's talking to me.
Okay.
Even when he's answering.
On the phone. Relax. Okay, you can act like her, I guess. Give us a synopsis of what she is. Act and talk like her, let's see. You just give us flashback. You watch trailer.
Hello? Is it that cake? Okay, I'll send the samples to you. Just give me some time. Okay? Yes, I'll do it. Okay. You know, we have not concluded on the price though. Yes. Okay, I should add one more parfait. Okay. But you have to send a rider. I'm not bringing it myself. You send a rider, okay? Okay. Deal, yeah? It's done. Okay, bye-bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, we had a wonderful time with Mr. and Mrs. Eke Nudkwes. Very, very, very intriguing family. 3 children. Wonderful, wonderful examples. What the family. We would like to visit. We and the crew would like to visit the house one.
You're welcome.
Breakfast in bed. He always does breakfast in bed. This is an ideal man according to the wife. And then there has been no reason to quarrel, no reason to fight, even though the man says he will be the reason why there's going to be a fight anytime. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, just before we wrap it up, we have the bride and groom pillow. So on behalf of the crew, bride and groom, we're going to sign on this pillow.
Okay.
Right, to the Mr. and Mrs. and then tell us who signed yours. She has to find out how to remember.
No. His signature is more dope.
His signature is better. More dope. Mr. and Mrs. Eke Nudkwes. Ladies and gentlemen, follow us on social media handles: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Send us a message at talktobridesandgrooms@gmail.com. You can be featured on this same show. We just had one of the most exceptional couple. Just show the camera, let's take a picture. Where's the camera? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure having you guys on set today.